Have you ever just like maybe you were sitting down in a place just thinking and you came into realization of something and how much like you are just looking far, you've not even sat near you, you've not like explored your option around you?
Hold up, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say. You should hear it. Oh.
And welcome to Novellisteer Podcast, where I share the art of being novel and securing my life, where in business and growing in tech. For over 3 years, I had struggled alone with finding my path and securing that life I wanted for myself. Join me as I share my journey with you all by hitting that subscribe button.
Come on, listen to me.
Hi friends, I'm back again. Yeah, forgive my voice. I think my voice is changing. It's going through some process. If I'm actually a singer, I'll probably say maybe my vocal cord or style or something like that. I noticed that my voice tends to change, where I speak also tends to change and everything. And I wasn't actually doing because I've been trying to kind of like adapt a lot to public school and everything. Like I remember when I first came here, like I was mocked for my voice and everything. So I thought of maybe I should actually like change, like adapt to their way and everything. But just this year when I went to my realize I hated it. Like I hated it. The thing was I have so many accents. I'm probably the type of person that can switch accent depending on my environment or depending on the person I'm speaking or even depending on the topic I'm talking about. So I don't know, but I think most of us must have realized, not even most of us, like we are in digital age. So definitely, like we thought of like maybe our opportunity is just being online. Like we need to have like actually show ourselves and everything. I don't know when was that, but just I did not go to like release 2 weeks podcast. That'll be podcast for 2 weeks now. I think because of the holiday and everything. Yes, I have like an episode even dropped already and everything. But I felt like this what I'm going to say in this episode actually speak true to the episode I'm meant to release next rather than using the previous one I've recorded. Yeah, and yeah, I also want to like we also went for the Salah break, the Eid Adhan and yeah. But I'm a Muslim by the way, so I do celebrate it born and decision. I'm a Muslim by birth and I grew up to be Muslim and I decided to be a Muslim. So yeah, I was like an event. Would I call it an event? Yeah, let's just call it an event. An event can either be a crisis, a bad or a good one, happen around me. Basically, it happened to me or to us. So it made me realize that how lack of awareness, a lot of things, yeah, like lack of awareness are not giving. Like not just say lack of people students don't have awareness. Like they lack so many things. I don't know, but in case let me just say it in case maybe you're my new listener. So I'm basically the type of kid that like grew up in academic line. Like my parents are not even academic. They don't so, but basically, I was that type of kid that all my life, like, I was like, my path was academic. I finished primary school. Like, there was no break. I jumped to secondary school. I finished secondary school. I jumped to university. I finished university. I jumped to NYSC. NYSC searching for job. That was when all those my mental health. I started having anxiety, my trauma, the suicide thought, even the previous when I was a kid, start coming up and everything. So from the 2017, let us say 2018 because I usually did not have this feeling in 2017. So from 2018 to this year, that's how I've been having this feeling and all. I let us say I'm actually in the tech industry, but the thing was I was asking myself particular questions this and I realized I really want to kind of like utilize my certificate in tech and also my creative side. So which actually gave birth to Damian Badra by Novelista actually. I would have loved to have used Novelista like Novelista Creative or something like but I felt like Damian Badra it's more unique. I really don't want to let go of that name. So the name of the history of that name is quite long. So yeah, but probably I'll come along. It will probably come up in an episode or something like that. So yeah, I decided to use that. But then my target audience would have been thinking of who should be my target audience. You understand? So the thing is, I have to retarget audience. As a my goal for Demian Bar is actually to make it kind of like I don't know how I'm going to do it, But I wanted it to be like a space, a studio, a high tech hub, a teaching platform. Yeah, both as a like for creative side and the tech side. So I decided to kind of like as me personally be a content strategy and a tech educator. I along the line I was kind of like obsessed with making it more niche for the tech educator. I was kind of like, okay, maybe I should like narrow it down and everything. But I realized that I actually love everything in tech. I'm not the type of person that is. I'm more of a wanderer in tech, honestly. With the rate as which the knowledge I have in tech, it's enough for me to even start a business and like. But I really hate that. Like, I'm not really the type of person that like focusing on one thing. I'll probably say that but people will probably say I'm a polymath or a multi-passionate person, but I get bored quite easily, and I like having varieties in my life and everything. Guys, I was speaking to you. This thought just came to me. Okay, if you like having varieties and everything, does that mean that your relationship with varieties or what? Like you're probably going to be that type of being that is going to marry more than one man, or like going to have marry more than one woman or whatever. Yeah, it's part of my thought. I'm actually feeling cold at the moment. Like I'm freezing. The thing is, yeah, you might say, okay, why didn't I put on sweater? But the thing is, my body is built in such a way that I don't feel cold in my body. I only feel cold in my feet and my hand. So once my feet and my hand is protected, then I'm all good to go. So even if I wear sweater, there's no like it's not doing me anything because as long as my feet and my hand is not protected, then I have an issue. My feet currently is protected, but my hand is not. So I don't know why I'm not able to like get for a while now. I'm not able to like get a good look. Yeah, I could have ordered it online, but I like putting things in my hand because most especially like my skin is quite sensitive. So I need to be sure that it's not inching me. I don't wear lace and everything. Anything that I think I prefer more of a cotton and wool type of person and not just anyhow cotton. Yeah. So the thing was like it occurred to me that yeah I have three different 'cause I was actually doing my business card. I was kind of like designing it on Canva. I'm planning on doing a Canva course. I should probably do it. Should I like maybe a master course rather than kind of like a coaching, Canva coaching, whatever. Yeah. So it occurred to me that because of the event that occurred that period, which is just on Saturday, that will be on 24th, yeah, 24th of July that it happens. So it made me aware that in academic line, basically, students most especially they lack a lot of things. Like most of the school and this thing, they only focus on academic, and I can't really blame them because government is even meant to blame. Everybody is even meant to blame, even down to the parent are meant to blame. But I also understand the parent mindset is the sense that okay, I'm paying this huge amount of money. I expect you to teach my child everything about life. I also understand the school where it's, okay, why should we pay your child everything about life? We have only how many hours left. We want to make sure your child gets to the best school, whatever. Is that not what you are paying us? And but I think most of what we need to realize is that credit academic credit is not everything. Academic credit is not everything. Even as I'm speaking, I do know that Nigerian education system is trashy, trashy, trashy. Like no offense, but it's trashy as it is. Because you can't expect like students go leave house 7 by 8 o'clock they already start lecture, then they'll probably close by 4. Yeah. And most of the system students having 24 credit units in a semester that is usually between 3 to 5 months. If it's secondary school, you probably see them having 12 courses for about 4 to 5 months, and most all these courses they're not even as like it's not something that you can apply on the street and everything. So I can't really blame them. I don't know about I think and also I also need to blame them because I feel like the students they they need to realize that things you have to put things in priority. Like they need to realize that like how do I say like you can't do everything at once. I have a sister like that actually. She do Islamic and she also do academic Western and she also take care of the arts and everything. Basically like maybe it's her time to like do the dish and everything. She can't kind of like juggle everything at once. And I keep telling her like babe, you need to kind of like leave one and pick one. It's going to be a tough decision to me. But you need, okay, even if you can leave one, pick one. Why not just give more time to this and give less time to this? But no, she wanted to do everything at once, and that is where the problem is coming from. I'm grateful that I actually realized this quite early on. Yes, I don't know. A friend of mine was asking. Most of my friends will ask me this question actually. That why am I so different? Like my school of thought, my line of thought, everything is so different from the non people that they've met in Nigeria. And I have to tell them, well, I've never gone out of Nigeria. Number one. Number two is that most of my acquaintance, colleagues, I met them online. And so I'm just kind of like I'm more open minded. I'm person who kind of like listening more to people rather than even telling my stories and everything. But it was until recently, I think this month actually July, that I really sat down and asked myself why. I'm not like blaming anybody about this. I just want to have like tell my own side of story. Whenever the other party is ready to tell, they can always tell theirs. The thing is, I was that type of child who like grew up, let's just say, who book and movie or drama grew me up. If they said okay, oh, I'm just want to say that books are my parent, like movie are my parent, one is my dad, one is my mom. And honestly, I'm not blaming any of my parents because I actually understand them. At that particular period growing up, we were actually in a very tight place. We were more like, even like to make sure our parents were making sure that we did not starve and everything. We were able to even afford one square meal in a day. So I think for that reason, even like so so basically I wasn't really like, let's just say for the first 12, 15 years of my life, like everything I learned was through books, from everything that you think a child needs to use to grow up. I basically learning through book or drama. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't think I can ever leave that world alone. Like this is actually what grew me. So yeah, even at this moment, I do felt for my parents. I don't know, just and sometimes because I'm more exposed to that. Whenever they start telling me something, I feel like, okay, why would I be doing that? Like whenever they say, okay, oh, let's say like I'm someone who is never interested in marriage, and my parents want me to get married. Like, why the hell will I do that? Like, I found that freedom reading books. I found that freedom watching films. So it's when they were kind of like when I think when I was in my university, that was when things became to settle down in our house and everything. We were able to afford meal and dress. So you know how hard it is now, especially for like someone to come from nowhere, not from nowhere. Your parents are, they are from somewhere. Yeah, they provide for you and everything. Just telling you that okay, do this, do that. It can be a bit difficult, most especially when you've identified with that particular upbringing. So that was I remember. Let's just say life has been tough. Yeah, life has been tough. This the thing was like I keep asking myself that Damien, you hardly have this one life. Are you really willing to give it up? I honestly think a lot of time I'm exhausted. Like I just want to kind of like leave. Like when I mean like leave, sleep and never wake up. Like I just want to forget. But then like remember, like I keep telling myself like next time you have only this one. Like are you really willing to give it up? And who knows whether you'll be reincarnated or not and everything. So whether it's even acceptable or not. So let us not think about that. I always tell myself it's quite a lot of struggle because I feel like there are just so many things, like so many things that this digital world as a whole has changed a lot. Like, and honestly, I'm grateful for it. I'm really, really grateful for it. Even though, let us say, I'm really grateful for it in the sense that I'm someone who stayed indoor very. But people say I won't consider myself an introvert and also consider myself outro. I won't even consider myself ambivert because the most thing is I overthink when I'm always going out. I overthink from the sun. Okay, fine. If I start going out, okay, does my skin will change this and that? I have to now increase the money I will spend for my skin products. Okay, the umbrella, I have to then looking for this clothes, walking, everything. I won't classify myself as that. Even though I prefer actually staying at home, let's interact online and everything. So that's why most of the time I don't usually call people I meet online as friend. I don't know if anyone has identified as my friend yet. So if you know that you are my friend and you want me to be calling you friend, can you please just reach out? Like it's exhausting. Like calling someone your friend when they did not value you, like when they did not view you as your friend, as really it has broke my heart on more than one particular event. So because of that, I'm always careful to view someone as a friend or like call someone, oh, that's my friend. I think like I feel like friendship is kind of like a I think I value friendship more than that's more than any other relationship, even though I don't have friends that much. The thing is, yeah, maybe there might just be an acquaintance, colleague, just or someone in person, or maybe study me, that's it. So we this defining of relationship is actually one of the best thing, and I don't know why most people Nigerians are like scared of it and all. So this digital world, right? The thing was, as I said, I'm grateful for it. But then I realized that rather than like waiting for like people that really want to educate more on tech to come online, rather, because how many of them are actually online and everything, that with the Instagram algorithm that is being trashy and everything, that is always changing all the time. So I could just kind of like pick a school near me or my previous school and meet them and send them later. Okay, this is actually what I want to do. Maybe a particular day or maybe once in a month. Yeah, that's how the idea come to me. So it made me realize that maybe I'm like, maybe I wouldn't say, maybe I'm too ambitious. Probably my dad have said I'm ambitious. I wouldn't call it I'm ambitious, but maybe I look far into the future. Like I look far ahead rather than look around me and see the opportunities that are around me. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like sometimes, right, it's just a matter of like looking around you and like, okay, well, which opportunity can I utilize that around me? And you'll be so surprised at what you can find. The thing was, I remember I was having this discussion recently. Also, I have lots of discussion with people. Let us say, so this made me realize that I don't really have like someone I can fall back onto apart from my parents or apart from my parents' generation, if you understand what I mean. As I told you guys, I basically grew up in education and everything. So by all those free time I used to have for holiday and everything, it's usually spent visiting my family friends. They are basically old. They are basically older generation and everything. So their school of thought is actually different from mine. And let's just say most of them are obsessed with respect and everything. I'm one of the person that I like. The thing is, I'm more comfortable with people that doesn't like, how would I say, that doesn't tell me whether I should like call them sir, call them ma. So like I feel like when I'm kind of like talking to someone that doesn't like put value of respect, I give you respect, you understand. But when I start calling you ma, when I start calling you sir, it's exhausting. Like it's as if it's just, when they took injection and pull it out. Yeah, that's how it is. So that's how it is to me. So yeah, I think, yeah, I really also want to wish you guys happy holiday from the Belatai, happy holiday or Belatai Eid Mubarak to all my Muslim listeners, audience, friends, colleagues, acquaintances. You know what? I think this Eid, right? It also made me that I went to realize me of two things, that yes, my mental health can also be affected by when I'm at home and also when I'm alone. It doesn't really matter whether it's triggered by this person or it's triggered by this. The thing is, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like it's always going to happen, regardless of the control. I try to push it into, like, I try to control it as much as I could. And another thing was that I should like endeavor to like, maybe I don't usually use WhatsApp. So this seller, I will make sure I use WhatsApp and I just kind of like check on my friends rather than calling them. Because I notice most of them, they prefer even chatting in WhatsApp than calling you. And I honestly understand where they are going to, because calling someone self is not cheap. So for that reason, I start using WhatsApp, but I'm only using it once in a while. But I'm kind of like frequent on it, probably maybe like once in a week, every Friday or every Sunday. I'll just send a message, all of them happy weekend and everything. Let's try to build that relationship plus the people that I have rather than looking for new ones. Um. So yeah, I just want to tell you guys quick note that rather than like looking for opportunity far ahead, why not just look around you for opportunities? Like you'll be so surprised at what you can't find and like what you have. Utilize what you have presently. Yeah, I know you keep hearing utilize what you have, utilize what you have. I think the thing was like, yeah, I know I should utilize what I have, but the thing is, I'm not really the type of person that goes out lost. So I felt like utilizing what I have on data present will help at doing it manually or whatever. So my main goal this year for that was actually to print out a business card, write a proposal. So next time I'm actually like going for two school. I'm not even meant to tell you guys this. What if I not keep to my promise? What if I not keep? Oh my god! Yeah, that's how it is. So in case guys, check my link for some. Check the link in the description box. I have my website. I also start a business, Damian Badra. So I help like bloggers, podcasts, like share. Oh my guys, pardon me. Like, you know what I was saying? I wanted to have like Well, forget what I wanted to say. So, guys, I help bloggers and podcasters with human and tech, like build a actionable content strategy while utilizing tools and strategies such as Pinterest, podcast, their blog, Airtable, Notion. Yeah, I build content strategy for creative and human in tech using Airtable and Notion. So I utilize three main platforms, which are your blog, your podcast, and Pinterest. And also kind of like I'm also a tech educator. So my main goal is to bring awareness to a lot of like careers in tech. Yeah. So have a lovely day ahead, guys. And don't freeze too much. Don't be like me that is afraid to wear sweater. Hi, Liz. Thank you so much for listening to the Novellisteer Podcast. If you like the podcast, be sure to subscribe and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps other novels just like you find the podcast. And if you can, follow me on Instagram at Novellisteer and sign up for my newsletter. Link in the description box. Always take action.
But I have to be me.